Hey ladies, it's Kay, and today I'm here doing a review on the, it's formerly Isis, but it is now Main Concept is the name of the company, and it is their red carpet RCP775 BEA. And I have it in color F4 2730. This is the card that it comes with. Let me get rid of the glare. I have it in this brown color down here on the bottom. I also have the blonde over here. I'll do a separate review on the blonde one. It is my favorite. As you can see, it's actually supposed to have a middle part. I look horrible with a middle part, so I went ahead and got rid of that. And the way that I did that was when it's split down the middle, I kind of take a section of it, fold it the opposite direction, take my hair dryer on high heat, and then I kind of hold it right here to hold that hair down in going the direction that I want it to go. I do that for maybe 15 seconds, and then I turn the heat down to a little bit cooler, and then I'm hitting the cold button to cool the hair off, because with synthetic hair, you have to cool off the hair for it to hold the style. So that's why a lot of people, when they try to use a curling iron on it, it doesn't hold the curl, because you have to let that curl cool off before you let it go, then it'll hold the curl. So I did that with a section of hair on each side of the part, flipped it to the opposite direction, put a hair dryer on it, flipped this side to the opposite direction, put a hair dryer on it, voila, I can pull it straight back, and you cannot even tell that at one point this had a set part in it. So what I love about this wig, I love the waves. They're perfect for summer, they're beachy, they're loose. You don't see this on a lot of wigs. It's very rare to come across a wig that has this kind of waves. It's got your standard 2 combs in the front, 1 comb in the back, adjustable straps. It does have open wefting in the back, and then it was a lace front. Obviously, I already cut the lace off of it. I do have some of my bio hair out because I have a widow's peak. So I pull that out so I can blend it in with the hair from the wig. And what I normally do, because this is close to my natural hair color, but it's not a perfect match, so what I do is I take a brown eyeshadow that resembles this color, pull my real hair back with the wig hair, and then I take eyeshadow and I just kind of fill in my edges. Because what makes a wig look wiggy is when you have just a straight edge like right here where I didn't blend it. So when people can see that straight hard edge, that's when they're kind of like, oh, what's going on there? Is that a wig? But what you really want to do is take a little bit of, you can use eyeshadow, you can use those hair fibers like Topics or Kabuki, or Kuva is the one that I use. I don't have it on here, but you can use that and just kind of soften your edges, because that makes it look like you've got little pieces of baby hair stuck in there, and it makes for a much more realistic look. So yeah, I do love the waves in this wig. It does look pretty realistic. Today is the first day that I wore it out of the house, and I only spent a grand total today of maybe 15 minutes outside. And the one thing I found really disappointing is, maybe if I go in the light you can tell, it's kind of frizzy, and I just wet it down for the purpose of this video so it would look a little bit better. It's kind of hard to see even now, but there are a lot of flyaways. And that kind of irritates me, because I feel like this is the first time I've worn it out. Why do I have any flyaways? And so that was a little disappointing. Now, the red carpet line is all synthetic hair. It is heat-friendly hair, but it is all synthetic. I really like the Main Concept / Isis brown sugar line, because that is their human hair, synthetic hair blend. And I feel like you get a lot less of the flyaways, a lot less of the frizz with that. Let me do kind of a, not quite a 360 because I'm on a cell phone, but just so you can sort of see how it looks in the back. And it does move like real hair. I mean, it does feel pretty realistic in that sense. It moves like real hair. It does feel pretty real, actually. It's really soft. But the only way that I can wear this wig is if I pull it half up like this, because otherwise you can still kind of see that part, and I just look ridiculous with the center part. I don't know how some of these girls in these other videos who do the wig reviews on this unit are able to just shift it and have the part over here and have it look so good, because when I did that, I felt like it looks like a wig. And I also end up with the issue of the ear tab ends up way back here, and then it's covering up half my ear, and then it's covering my earring, and I get caught on it, and it's scratchy and uncomfortable, and I don't know how those girls do it, but I give them major props because I can't pull that off. But yeah, overall, I do like it. Like I said, the only downside is just the god-awful frizzing and flyaways. I did try to tame them using, first I tried some Herbal Essence spray gel, and then I tried a little bit of Garnier, that, like, it's not Moroccan oil, but it's that same kind of oil that you put that smooths out the hair. Helped a little bit, very minimally. I know a lot of people say not to use human hair products on wigs, but I say, why not? It doesn't hurt them. I've never come across an instance where a wig was ruined because I used a human hair product on it. If it doesn't work, I just wash it out. And that's another thing I didn't really understand, is why a lot of people are very anti-washing your wigs when they're synthetic. Again, I say, why not? Some of them I have to wash them to tame them a little bit or get them to lay the right way, or so that I can style it the way I want it styled. So it's not a bad thing to wash your wigs as long as you are doing it gently and you're not scrubbing it like you do your normal hair. As long as you're very gentle with it, what's the problem? I also use human hair shampoo, by the way, when I give it I call it a bath, because it's more like a bath than it is washing your hair. But anyways, I also wanted to give just a little background on myself, and you may have noticed, those of you who have seen some of my other wig reviews, I always have a Metallica song playing in the background. Reason being is I'm a huge Metallica fan, and that's kind of my trademark for my videos. So I always have a song going in the background. I'm actually going to see them in a couple of weeks. But my name is Kay, and I'm 33. I started really thinning with my natural hair, I would say about 3.5 years ago is when I noticed, holy crap, this is getting really bad. So about 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago is when I started using the kabuki powders and the hair fibers and that kind of thing. And it worked for a little while. But after a while, I just felt like it's not cutting it anymore. And my hair started to look really limp and like I had no body at all. My natural hair is actually very much like this. I have these exact same waves. That's just how my natural hair was. I always had kind of wavy, curly hair, and it was always really beautiful and versatile because I could straighten it and it looked gorgeous, or I could put some gel in it and dry it and scrunch it and it would look like this, and it had, you know, tons of body. And so it was really a punch in the gut when it started thinning. And I even using, you know, the big sexy hair and products like that to really lift my roots, and it wasn't helping anymore. So I would do that, and then I would, you know, put the powder on the top of my head, but you could still tell my hair was see-through. Even, you know, as it would lie here, you could see right through it. And so it was really depressing. And so then I kind of thought, okay, now what? And so I started thinking about wigs, and I talked myself out of it because I thought, why would I do a wig? You know, that's so obvious. People can tell, you know, but people are going to think I have cancer. And, you know, it's so socially acceptable for black women to wear wigs, but I feel like if a white woman wears it, or Asian, or anything, if they wear it, people think you have cancer. It's like an automatic thing. They're all like, oh, honey. No, it's not. I don't. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I just happen to have thinning hair, and, you know, it's depressing, and I don't want to live my life like that. So, you know, I started searching YouTube for women wearing wigs and what it looked like. And then I found out, holy crap, there's this entire world out there of women who wear them just for fun. And they look gorgeous. You could never tell it was a wig. So I started watching more and more, and then I ordered my first one last summer, which would have been June, July of 2016. I ordered one. I had no idea what I was doing. It didn't match my hair color. I put it on, and it was super long, and the waves were gorgeous, and it was a pretty color. But I'm like, this looks ridiculous. I look like there's a cat on my head. So I kind of gave it up for a little while and went back to the drawing board because I just had a bad experience with one wig. So because I had a bad experience with one, I thought they were all going to be like that. And then if you've ever heard of the site Etsy.com, I went on there and I searched for wigs. And lo and behold, there are tons of wig shops on Etsy. And they're beautiful. I mean, these places have beautiful hair. I would say the average price is anywhere from $60 to $200. I mean, it ranges between $60 and $200. So just depending on what you want, but there are tons of different colors and styles, and there are different Etsy shops that sell them, and there are, you know, synthetics and 100% human hair and blended, and it was so overwhelming. Where do I start? So I bought a wig on Etsy, and I still have her. I love her. It was kind of a long auburn color, so I got that, fell in love with it, had no idea how to make it look real. So I put it on, and I would just watch YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video of all these other women out there who have been doing the wig thing for a long time and have tips and tricks on how to make it look real. And so I started to just follow their lead and experiment, and I bought another wig, and I bought another wig, and another one. And then I started seeing people doing reviews on cheaper wigs, like $30, $40. And I'm like, how do you get a good wig for $30 or $40? Here I am paying $60, $70, $80, $120 for these wigs that I have. So I was like, all right, you know what? 30, 40 bucks, I'll try it. If it's horrible, I only spent $40, whatever on it. So I bought one, and I was like, it's not that bad. So now I pretty much stick to that. My go-to site for buying hair is divatress.com. Huge selection. They always seem to have the new stuff on there. And I recently started going to hairstopandshop.com, which at first I was a little bit wary because I'm like, oh, that kind of sounds sketchy. But they were fine, and they ship in a reasonable amount of time. Their prices are very fair. The Hair Stop and Shop was the only site that had this wig in this color, as well as the creamy blonde, which I also have. I'll do a separate video on that one. But it was the only site that had these two wigs, so I was like, okay, you've got the hard to find stuff. I'll bite. So they worked out pretty well as well. But since I got involved with all this, I have learned how to thin out wigs. I've learned how to thin out just the front of the wig, because a lot of times that's what makes your hair look wiggy, is it's too thick in the front. So I got a pair of thinning shears, and I started watching videos. Blondie Locks was actually the first video that, you know, she kind of went over how to thin out the front and make it look, you know, a lot more natural. And she showed the before and after of her wig, you know, before she thinned it out and after, and it was like a world of difference. So I started experimenting with these $30, $40 wigs and thinning those out, and I got better and better at it. And now I'm pretty confident when it comes to styling wigs. My sister, I actually got her involved in wigs because she had the same kind of hair issues that I had. So she got involved in it as well, and now we have these wig dates on the weekends where she comes over and I help her style hers and she helps me with mine, and we trade, and you know, we share tips and whatever, and then we get all dolled up with our new wigs and we go out and eat, and you know, we have a great night. So I mean, it was very depressing at first, and it sucked, and I really thought, you know, this is it. I'm done ever feeling confident about myself. I'm done feeling pretty, and you know, it doesn't have to be that way. I'm really glad now that I discovered it. My next goal, I guess you could say, is to figure out, how the hell do people wear their hair up? How do you wear your hair up when you have a wig on? Because to me, like, this is what it looks like. No, I can't do that. I need to find something else. I know about 360 lace wigs. They're really pricey though, so I may try and make one. We'll see how that goes. But to all my viewers out there, thank you for watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also give this video a like, and I'll see you next time.